door. Oh, that'll be Penny. Listen, remember what I told you. Nobody buy anything, okay? Jasper whispered frantically. Hello, Penny. What are you doing here? Professor Finch asked, surprised. I came to see if you all wanted to buy some of my wonderful products. Oh, isn't that nice? Hey guys, Penny's got some great things to sell. Anybody interested? Barty asked, winking at Jasper. No, the men chorused. Oh, what a tough break, Penny said, looking disappointed. Go, 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 she mumbled to herself, remembering Bia's advice. Thanks, guys. Why don't you say we make this the last hand? Winner take all, Barty suggested. I'm all for that. Listen, I think I'll go check the dip, Jasper said, making his escape. Oh, getting just got interesting. Yeah, let's get to the good stuff. Okay, I won 2 cards, Sarah said, eyeing the remaining players. Penny, still standing there, suddenly sprang into action. I think you're all making a big mistake. I've got a line of products I just can't do without. Jasper, do something, Barty whispered urgently. Penny, what did I just tell you? Go, 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 and I know what that means, Penny declared, a fierce light in her eyes. Yeah, Penny, it means out, 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 Barty said. Hey, I can make you look good. I can make you feel good. I can make you smell good. You're gonna thank me for taking your money away. Now, let's start with you, big fella. Penny pointed at a burly poker player. Come on, this is the best hat I've had all my... Me too. Would you deal me 2 cards? Sarah interjected. Well, forget it. All right, I'll buy him, one player said, throwing down his cards. Why? No, he won't. He won't, Jasper pleaded, rushing back in. Listen, will you buy something? Penny demanded, her voice rising. Oh, for crying out loud, I'll take it all. I'll take everything you've got. Well, we have 57 shades of lipstick. Oh, just leave it here and bill me, Professor Finch said, looking utterly defeated. Professor Finch, thank you so much. Oh, you've made me so happy. Thank you so much, Penny gushed, hugging him. Jasper stared at Professor Finch, aghast. You've just ruined that girl. I never touched her, Professor Finch protested. Well, I'm gonna go have to talk, Jasper began. Oh no. You've got to finish the hand now. If you leave the table now, it's a missed deal, and I've got a great hand, Professor Finch said, a glint in his eye. All right, make it quick. I'm not taking any cards. I got all I need right here. He gestured to the mountain of easy time elixirs. You sold everything. Everything? Even the case. Now I know I'm gonna quit my job tomorrow. Professor Finch, he has enough lipstick to last him for 10 years. Jasper, Bear, and Penny were back in their flat, the air thick with disbelief. I don't understand this. They were not supposed to buy anything, huh? Jasper groaned. They weren't supposed to. I just figured they probably would need all their money for the poker game, Bea said, shaking her head. Oh, I know, Bea. I don't think they were playing for money. I don't think they were. Jasper looked at Bea, a slow realization dawning on his face. Just then, the poker players, now fully clothed, emerged from Professor Finch's flat, looking sheepish. Girls, why don't you come up to my apartment? I think I have something you can put on. Like what? Like a Montevani record, Professor Finch offered, trying to salvage the evening. That wasn't fun. We'll have to do this again sometime, Sylvia said. Yeah, real soon. Good night, Sarah. Sarah, come on, Max. I feel lucky. Come on, Max. Come on, sweetheart. Can't we do it one more time? Sarah's voice echoed from the hallway. Suddenly, a police officer appeared. Hey, you. Okay. Good evening, officer. What do you think you're doing? Jasper, still holding the box of cosmetics, stammered. No, nothing. Now, we don't like those kind of games in Santa Monica. Okay, no questions. I'm gonna level with you, alright? Just listen, no more lies. You are no good at selling, Penny. I rigged it up with Sarah. I told everybody at the poker game. Jasper, I've already told her everything, Bea interjected. You did? Oh, well, don't hate me too much, Penny. I was just... Penny beamed at him. I just think you're wonderful, Jasper. Huh? Anybody who cares enough about me to go to all that trouble has to be a wonderful person. Well, like I said, no more lies. Yes, I am wonderful. Yeah, you are. But you sure look silly, wearing that box. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I better take it off, huh? Jasper asked, looking at the box he was still wearing, like a sandwich board. No, yeah, Penny and Bea chorused, dissolving into laughter. Asterisk. Asterisk. Part 4. The assertiveness. Anarchy. And the barking battle. Asterisk. Asterisk. The next morning, the Gilded Lily was still recovering from the poker aftermath. Jasper, looking utterly drained, was summoned to the office of Principal Reginald Thorne, the formidable head of his culinary school. Hell yeah, sir, said Mr. Tislewick in. I got up here as fast as I could. Look, Principal Thorne, I don't know why you called me in, but whatever I did, it wasn't me. Oh no, gee, I'm sorry. I was making a chocolate cake when you called, and I rushed right over. Here you go. Jasper nervously offered a piece of cake. Principal Thorne, a man whose stern demeanor could curdle milk, merely glared. Mr. Thistlewick's file. I won't need this. I know all about him. Me too. Jasper muttered under his breath. Look, Principal Thorne, if this is about Stevie Mitchell's peach flambe, I was just trying to help him. My host. Never mind that. You see, I was pouring the brandy in for him when Sally Larson came by. You know Sally's so gorgeous. I've been trying to meet her for months. Anyway, I started talking. And pretty soon, I'm talking and pouring and pouring and talking. And then Stevie lit the flambe. But he's gotten over it now. His eyebrows are just starting to grow back. Principal Thorne leaned forward. Tislewick, I'm gonna pay you a high compliment. What? You like the way I burned his eyebrows? Jasper asked, bewildered. No. I mean, this Saturday, I'm having a few friends in for a gourmet dinner. And I want you to cook it. Really, sir? Wow. This Saturday I was gonna go out on a date with Sally, but I'm sure she'll understand. After all, a job's a job, and the money'll come in handy. Funny. Oh no, Tislewick, I mean you're still a student. You wouldn't want to damage your amateur standing, would you? Well, no, but that's a lot of work. Oh, this is a big honor for you. And it's good experience. Yeah, well, that's not fair, is it, sir, for me to do all that work for free? You look like this, Tislewick. How much longer have you got to go before you graduate? A year? Well, you want it to be a happy one, don't you? Yes, sir. But I think I should get paid for it. Then I'll see you this Saturday. Oh, a simple 7-course dinner will be adequate. Jasper returned to flat 3B, fuming. But for no money at all. I mean that. I'll tell you. We can't get Professor Finch to do anything, Penny said, oblivious. Jasper asked him to paint the kitchen cabinets. He said no. So Jasper had to do it himself. Yeah, it must be so nice to have a man around the house. Sira purred, entering uninvited. Oh, you ought to know. You were married 3 times. Bay retorted. I had 3 men around the house. They were also around my neighbor's house, my girlfriend's house, their secretary's house. They were really helpful, weren't they? Penny, I don't think they were painting any kitchen cabinets, Bea muttered to her. Oh, crap, how awful. Man, no wonder you gave up marriage and went into business. Men can give you heartaches in business too. You know, when I first became an executive, they didn't even give me a secretary. No kidding. How come? Because I'm a woman. They expected me to do my own typing. Yeah, they didn't give me a secretary either. You are a secretary. I know, excuse me, but I still have to do my own typing. A knock. Oh, come in. Look who's here. Professor Finch entered. Hi, folks. Well, just the man that I wanted to see, Sarah declared, eyeing Jasper. Well, feast your eyes, Sarah. But try to control yourself in front of the children. I want my apartment repainted.